Hello, and once again, welcome to my channel. In today's episode, I'm going to be discussing with you some more signs that are not so obvious that you are with a narcissist. After I recorded more than one video about signs that maybe you've missed or red flags that once you compile them all together and find them in one person, you can't help but come to the conclusion that you are most likely dealing with an unstable person, mentally or emotionally. You are possibly with an abusive person. You are possibly being controlled. You are most likely being fooled, most likely being gaslit, and you're most likely going to suffer until you find a way out. I have come to realize that there are more not so obvious signs that I keep thinking of or remembering based on my personal encounters, and I find myself having a new list. Not so obvious behaviors or actions or even habits that may seem typical in some way. Not everyone who will do these things, you will call them a narcissist. Of course not. Again, I keep emphasizing the combination of more than one behavior, pattern, or unhealthy habit, or coping mechanism, we can say. When there's more than one red flag, you better be looking for others because you will find them. Trust me, they are there. Okay, so let me share with you a few patterns and weird habits that I've noticed, and I reached to the conclusion that it can be related to a narcissist. Number one, not so obvious sign. They can be on the dirty side. And I'm talking the level of cleanliness. They're careless in some cases, yet meticulous in other cases. But when it comes to being organized, clean, having things in order, it requires them not being lazy. And the majority of narcissists are lazy. They use people. They feel entitled to be served, and they want to have things handed over to them. That's on a general note. Now, I have seen cases where a covert narcissist is obsessed with cleanliness. That is almost an addictive behavior, because in that case, it was the only thing that they seemed to have control over in their dynamic. Yet again, I will say it may not apply to all narcs. Just observe if cleanliness is an issue. They somehow don't see the dirt. They don't see the mess. Or they see it but ignore it. They see it but lazy to lift a finger. They see it and expect you to clean it. The second sign that is not so obvious: sleeping disorders. Does your narcissist have a sleeping issue? Are they fidgety when they get into sleep? Do they toss and turn? Do they wake up several times? Do they ever get a good night's sleep? Do they fall asleep in weird times of the day? Do they have a hard time falling asleep at night? It's insomnia in some cases. Did they have interrupted sleep most of their life? Do they take medication or sleeping pills? Do they complain about not sleeping, meanwhile they're snoring up a storm and you see them sleeping? Do they wake up really early? Do they stay in bed later and not get up right away? Are they anxious about their sleep habits? Okay, I've listed several scenarios here. Any of those could be happening. It's some type of sleeping disorder. And again, I'm going to reiterate, not everyone with a sleeping disorder is a narcissist. Notice if this pattern or habit or unhealthy sleeping is present. It's just another sign. That's all. I've come to this analysis again based on the statistics I've compiled from more than one narcissist. Third, not so obvious pattern that could explain you are with a narcissist, and I will end it here with this point. They are addicted to a particular habit that they got used to doing every day, almost. Maybe even in the same time. Just has to be done. They will go through withdrawal, or it feels like it's the end of the world if they don't do this habit, whatever it may be. This explains their rigidity, their inability to be flexible, inability to accept change, inability to self-regulate. They become angry and frustrated because that thing that they are used to doing was interrupted and they just can't get over it. I will see if there are more not so obvious signs that I come up with. I'll make sure to share them with you in another video. But for now, let's leave it at that. And until next time, please take care of yourself. Ciao, ciao. I hope you liked this video. Please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you for watching.